What's up? What's up? It's your boy Ola with Ola TV, guys, and we've got another new update regarding crypto, Shiba Inu, and are the markets reviving itself? I think it is. I believe it is. Let's go ahead and get started in just a moment. Here we go. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Again, as you know, this is your boy Ola with Ola TV. And on this one, we're going to be doing another update with Shiba Inu, the whales, the crypto markets, etc. As you can see in the background, the uh, the Shiba Inu dog, the real life version, is smiling, and I think a lot of us are smiling because this past weekend we did see a bit of a rally for Shiba Inu. Price did go up. It did go back down a little bit, but I'll tell you the reason why it's gone up and why in not only the short term but in the long term I see it doing some great things. By the way, we'll also be showing some more burns because there has actually been a lot of new burns and they're getting larger and larger in increments. I mean, substantially larger. The last time I did a video, if you guys recall, I think the highest burn was like 352 million or something like that. And then there was one that was for 400 million. I'm going to show you guys the proof that there's actually two larger ones. There's a 595 million coin burn. And then there's another one that I believe is 1 billion even. So I'm going to double check the zeros on that one again just to make sure it's not 1 million. But I'm more than sure that I saw, I believe, three commas. So it should be a 1 billion coin burn. And that happened roughly, I think it was about 3 hours ago today. So I'm going to show you that one and the 595 million. The $1 billion coin burn, I'm not sure where that one came from. But for the 595 million, I do have the proof on that one of where it came from because Shib is getting into, as I stated in previous videos, with more partnerships, and one of them they're partnering with a certain fashion brand company, and that company did. I'm going to read the article in a moment. That company basically helped, with the burning process. So they burned 595 million sheep. So I'm going to show the proof of that in a moment. Before we do, as usual, you guys know I like to share my screen. So let's first start off with showing the actual markets and see how they've gotten much, much healthier. So let's go ahead and zoom in here. All right. So as you can see here, the markets are starting to get a lot healthier, much, much healthier. So if we go here, guys, if you notice the last time I did a video, the markets, let's see, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the markets were at about a $40,000 mark for Bitcoin, about 40,700, 40,500. And then it went down again to like 39, 38,000. And it looks like it's recovered itself and it is back up and running. So right now with this, if you're looking at the screen with me and you're looking at the numbers, you can clearly see that Bitcoin is getting healthier. It's gotten a 7.8% in the last 7 days as far as an increase. Look at the charts too over here. Check out this chart on the right corner. Whenever you see the chart going like that, where it's kind of like a diagonal upward position, that means that there's good stuff happening. And that means that people are getting more invested. If you look at Ethereum's charts, look at that. Huge, huge increase. And Ethereum just broke back into 3,000. Now, I know that the all-time high for Ethereum was 4,300. But at this marker right here, this is a great indicator that the markets are reviving, the markets are not dead, and that we're potentially going into a bullish market. Before I continue, by the way, guys, always have to give you the disclaimer because we do have to be responsible. Just want to let you know that, you know, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Anything that you hear is for educational purposes only. And whatever you decide to invest, that's your financial responsibility. I am not liable or responsible for anything that you decide to do with your finances. And please make sure that you understand that. That's why I have the disclaimer on the bottom of the screen. And I also have it on the description fields of this video on the platforms so that you guys can make sure that you understand that. But I also like to state it verbally just in case, so that if you guys are having issues reading or you can't see the words, you can hear it through my voice verbally. So there you go. That is the disclaimer on that. I am not a financial advisor, and this is for educational purposes only. And you should only invest what you think is feasible and optimal and reasonable for your portfolio. All right, now getting back to the video here, let me tell you why I like the way that this is going here. Because if you look at this, right, Bitcoin is at $42,766.54. Within the last hour, it's gone up almost 1%. And within the last 24 hours, it's gone up 3.9%. And again, 7.8% in the last 7 days. Getting back to Ethereum really quick, look at that, $3,012.39, which to me, this is still a sale price. Sale in the sense of not, I don't mean like a bear market. I mean sale as in this is on discount. And if you're looking to invest in Ethereum, if you missed the boat on Bitcoin and you think it's not worth investing, you might want to possibly consider Ethereum as an option if you think it's worth your time and worth your investment, simply because you've got to look at it like this. Anytime that a coin is below their all-time high, especially relatively low, like Ethereum, it's under its all-time high. It was 4,300, so this is 1,300 less than what it was at the all-time high. That means it is a discount. I look at it as a discount. I look at it as it's on clearance or on sale. So that is a good time for you to get into it. I myself have only a limited amount of Ethereum. However, this is a token that has shown the test of time, and I plan to invest in my portfolio a lot more in the upcoming months, especially since it's still very well below the all-time high. And if you guys saw, this coin last year had went as low as, I think it was about 16, 17, or 1800. So it was literally 50% less than what it is now. And if you look at it compared to the all-time high, it was roughly about 67, 68% less than the all-time high if you got in last year when it dipped really bad into the $1,700 amount and people thought that the markets were crashing. So if you didn't get in at the $1,700 marker, no problem. $3,000 is still really a really good time to invest. And remember that you can buy fractions of the coin, or a certain amount of the coin. You don't have to buy it just because it's worth 3,000. Doesn't mean you have to necessarily invest 3,000. You can go ahead and invest $25, $50, $100, $10, whatever you think is feasible. The lowest I believe you can invest is $1 on Coinbase and crypto.com apps. I believe almost all apps now are like that. So the reason why I bring that one up is because I think long term Ethereum will hit 10K, 15, 20, 30, 40K, 60K. I could be wrong, but I do believe in Ethereum. So I do plan to get into that one more. Even though, I usually talk about Shib because that's one of the big ones that I'm mostly invested in. But I believe Ethereum, that's a very good investment. If you think it's worth it, do your own research and see if you think it's worth it. But look at it right here. It's at 0.4% in the last hour, 3.5% in the last 24 hours, and 16.3% in the last 7 days. Think about that. So for mathematically speaking, we'll keep it simple. For every $100 that you invested, you would have essentially made back about $16.30 in profit. You know what I'm saying? For every $1,000 you would have invested, you would have made about $163 on just letting it sit there for 7 days and you not doing anything. You would have earned yourself $163. And if you would have invested, let's say 10 grand, that would have came out to $1,630. So, it may not be huge astronomical numbers, but you leave it there long term over time. You decide how much you want to invest. You can always put a little bit every paycheck or a little bit every time you have some side money that you feel you can risk, that you're not going to be stressed out about. And long term, Ethereum will be good. I think that, again, Ethereum will be like Bitcoin one day in the future. I think it will hit one day 5-digit increments, and 5-digit value as far as the dollar value, like around 10K or more. And I think eventually, once Bitcoin hits, I think based on the predictions from some of the people who research Bitcoin a lot, it's heavily being predicted and potentially could hit one day in the future 250,000 a coin. So essentially, if you think about it, if Bitcoin does go that high and it 5x's, you would assume that Ethereum is probably going to be able to do the same to keep up with the times. So 15, 20, 30 a coin, $30,000 a coin for Ethereum may not necessarily happen in the year 2022, but for long term, I do see that happening. So I believe and have faith in that coin. But again, you invest, do your own research, and you do this on your own time, and make sure you do what's reasonable for your portfolio. Now, if we go down, the markets are all looking green right now. Look at this. You've got Binance, $406.89. The last 7 days has gone up 9.1%. In the last 24 hours, 2.5%. And in the last 1 hour, 0.5%. And look at Binance's coin. Do you think it's worth your interest? Look at the chart. Chart looking good on that one. XRP, that one's a little flimsy, so I'm going to skip that. Terra Luna is one that has been showing the test of time as well. The last time I checked Terra Luna, I really wished I would have invested in it. I said this on a previous video. The last time I saw it months ago, which I think it was earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken, or the farthest out would be November, December of 2021. Terra Luna was about $41, and now look at it, it's $93.58. So it's gone up by more than 2x, so over 200% on that one. I really wish I would have gotten in there, but there's still time for that one. I think that one's still long term. There's still an opportunity, so I may also get into that one. You've got Cardano, which is ADA, 21.1% in the last 7 days, 7.5% in the last 24 hours, and 0.8% in the last 1 hour. This one right here, this one might be a sleeper. A lot of people have gone in, gone out, gone in, gone out. Look at the chart on that, looking really good. If you got in it, and let's say you would have invested $100 on that one, you would have been up $21. And if you would have invested $1,000, you would have been up $210. And if you would have invested 10K, you would have been at $2,110. So this one might be another one maybe you guys might want to look into. Again, do your own research. You pick whatever you want. Solana is another one that a lot of people still stick to. Polkadot. I think this one's called Avalanche, if I'm not mistaken, the AVAX. That one might be a good one. Doge has been pretty stagnant. I mean, it's gone up 8.5% in the last 7 days and 3.3% in the last 24 hours, with 0.5% in the last 1 hour. But it really, coin value, it hasn't really done much. I mean, it's still a coin that you may consider into the future, just because of the fact that there's a lot of places that are accepting that coin as a form of payment. For example, like Mark Cuban, the owner of the Mavericks from the NBA, and also, of course, other big juggernaut companies are planning on accepting that as payment. So it's been pretty stagnant for almost a year, but I think long term it may be something that you may want to look into. And then, of course, let's get to the big daddy of them all, pause, no pun intended, the one that I always like to talk about, the one where I think it's worth my time for the long term. I don't really only try to focus on the short term on this one. And you got it right. Number 15, of course, Shiba Inu. Yes, I am a huge ambassador of the Shiba Army, Shiba Inu coin. Look at this, 8.2% in the last 7 days, 3.6% in the last 24 hours, and 0.6% in the last 1 hour. And if you look at the charts, look at this, diagonal. When it's going in an upward diagonal, things are going good. Now I know numerically the number hasn't, been too massive lately. It did go up on Saturday more than this, and then it dipped a little bit back down again, and then now it's slowly going up. Now, if you did notice when the markets had jumped very heavily like that on Saturday, I'm going to explain why it is that the markets jumped up that much, because it was showing, a lot of people were like, whoa, it's jumping up again. And there's a reason for that. And I'll show you in just a moment. Let me actually go ahead and pull up the tab here so I can tell you why it is, because it deals with a whale, as you guys probably may or may not already know. So let me go ahead and pull that up. I'll get the article for you here in a moment. Give me 1 second here. Usually I have them all pulled up already, but I forgot to pull this one up. So just waiting for it to load. Let's see. I think the article said something like whale buys, was it 3.08 trillion? I think it was. Yeah, because it was in the trillions. That's the thing. Like the whale bought in the trillions. I think I just spotted it here. Let's see. Hold on. I think I got it here. I wonder if they bought. Wait, hold up. Is there? Okay. Yeah, I think. Yeah, this is the one. This was 1 day ago. Let's scroll down to the article. I'll share the screen in just a moment. Just making sure it's the right article. Yep, this should be it right here. All right, guys, let me switch over to this one for you. Check this out. All right. This is the reason why on Saturday, if you were paying attention to the markets, you would have seen a huge, difference. Not huge, but there was, a significant difference in the Shiba Inu value of the token. I didn't get to check the highest point it reached, but I know it was hitting, it's still in the green, but I know it was hitting the green even higher. And this is the reason why. So it says Ethereum whale buys $89 million worth of Shiba Inu. Now, this is not 89 million tokens. This is $89 million. Okay. Let's go ahead and stress that. That is the largest transaction to happen in Shiba Inu history on one purchase. This is not multiple purchases. This is just one purchase. If you read it, look what it says. An Ethereum whale bought a whopping $89 million worth of Shiba Inu, and that's just shy of 4 trillion. It currently represents 30%, over 30% of their portfolio. Think about that, over 30%. So this article came out on March 21st, 2022, printed out at 12:48 p.m. And I believe this is on Eastern time, if I'm not mistaken. But regardless, it was yesterday basically. So this was about 24 hours ago. And look at this article. Let me scroll down a little bit more. It says Shiba Inu has long been one of the most popular meme coins on the market, and it has attracted the interest of retailers from all over the world. Right. And if we scroll down, it says that the purchase was equivalent to 3.7 trillion. 3.7 trillion. So think about that for a second. Everybody's, we still have some doubters, of course. They're saying, oh, I don't know if Shiba Inu is going to grow. I don't know if it's going to do anything. And again, what do I always say in every video? Every video, I always say power moves. You got to follow the power moves. You got to follow the money moves. You got to follow the whales, right? Power moves, money moves, and whales. Say that again. Power moves, money moves, and whales. Those are the three things and the three indicators that are going to tell you if a certain investment is worth it or not. Now, again, does that mean that you may potentially profit? Maybe. Does it mean you may lose? Maybe. You just never know, right? Because even if someone invests in a certain stock, crypto, coin, token, etc., it doesn't necessarily guarantee that there's going to be profit. However, generally speaking, the whales usually are going to do big money moves and big power moves for something that seems either profitable or it's going to be a smart investment in the long term, even if in the short term it may not have done a lot of waves. So think about that. $89 million. Okay. We're talking about 89 million. That's pretty much like, that's like generational money. That's wealth. That's not being rich. That's being wealthy. $89 million. And the equivalency of that at the time when they purchased it was $3.7 trillion of that crypto of Shiba Inu. And as you know, Shiba Inu, even though it has a lot of coins, it only has about 549 coins. Not 549 coins, excuse me, 549 trillion coins. So essentially, this person buying 3.7 trillion is a decent percentage of the total circulating supply. Okay. So it may not be, 50% of the supply, but if we did the math, if we took 3.7, right, divided by 549, okay, it's still under 1% of the supply, but it'll be 0.007. So that is close to being 1% of the supply. Very close to being 1% of the supply. It's 0.007% of the supply, which, if you think about it, that's a pretty good chunk, even though it's on a little bit under 1%, pretty good chunk. And then think about it like this. Why would this person invest 30% of their portfolio? Look what it says. It says it here. Just short of 4 trillion currently represents over 30% of their portfolio. It's not saying 30% of the Shiba Inu. It's saying 30%. So 1/3 of this person's money, or this company's money, or this, whatever it is, this entity's money is invested in Shiba Inu. I would not invest 33%, 30% of my money, excuse me. I would not invest almost 1/3 of my money if I didn't believe in the opportunity, if I didn't believe in the token, if I didn't believe in the project. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. It is 1/3, almost 1/3 of the entire money that they have in the portfolio. So essentially, if you did the math, if you took 89 million, right, times that by, let's times that by about 3.3 roughly. This person in their portfolio has a total of probably about $293,700,000. So essentially about 294 million they have within their portfolio. Out of the $294 million that they have in their portfolio, they've invested $89 million of that money into just Sheep. The other 70%, we don't know what it is. And we don't need to know, because it doesn't matter. Because what matters is that they have essentially $294 million worth of investments. And out of that, $89 million is strictly just Shiba Inu. So who would invest literally almost 1/3 of their portfolio on just one coin, right? Who would do that? A whale. Who would do that? A smart investor. Who would do that? Somebody who probably has insider information, because again, whales usually have insider information. Who else would do that? Someone who knows that maybe a bullish market is coming. Someone who believes that this is going to be profitable not only in the short term but in the long term. You're not going to pay $89 million just to pump and dump a coin. Sometimes you may see pump and dumping coins. It happens all the time. But essentially, no one has yet put $89 million. Like you've seen in previous videos that I've done, somebody has done 1 million, 1.2 million, or 1.0 million. Like a lot of people have done pump and dumps with like $1 million, 500,000, like those increments, like 6 figures and 7 figures. Nobody has done an 8-figure pump and dump. As a matter of fact, no one, to our knowledge, for the Shiba army and the Shiba industry, has ever even done an investment where it was more than 7 figures. The highest that I've seen prior to this one was the $1 million. That was like the highest that I've seen. This is an astronomical investment. $89 million. Okay. That's $89 million, not 89 million sheep. $89 million, which is the equivalent of almost 4 trillion sheep. You got 3.7 trillion sheep. Think about that. That's huge. That's massive, because if there's any other coin out there that you could think of that is doing this kind of numbers when it comes to a one transaction investment, I would love for someone to share that with me, because there is no coin, not even Bitcoin, there is no coin in the history of crypto that has ever had someone buy almost 4 trillion coins and that has invested $89 million. Prior to this, $1 million was the highest. And that sounded like a lot to us. And we had multiple whales do that before. But there's nobody in the industry that has done $89 million. That's insane. That is an insane amount of number. It's almost 100 million. It's almost 9 figures. This is the first 8-figure transaction. It's almost 9 figures. Bro, that's why on Saturday when this happened, the markets were like, whoop, they were just going bananas, because the whales just jumped in. And that's a vote of confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell you, whales, power moves, money moves. You got to follow the money. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and you invest at your own risk. But think about it. If you thought that this was a clown coin, if you thought this was a meme coin, if you thought that this coin was a joke, again, it's proving it's not a joke. This is very serious right here. A lot of people are still not in it. A lot of people left and never came back. I'm sticking with it long term. Like I continue to reinvest. Anytime that I see a dip, I just continue to reinvest whatever I think is feasible for my portfolio, and I'm just letting it sit there. I'm not pumping dumping. I'm not waiting for it to go high, to sell it, then wait till for it to go low, then rebuy. No, I just, when I see a dip or I see it on sale, boom, I'm jumping in. That's it, and I just keep adding to the portfolio because I believe long term this is going to hit a penny, and that is the estimation that everyone is believing that it's going to happen. It may not happen right away within 2022, but I do believe this year we may potentially knock out under the zero, because this coin has been, even though it's been doing a lot of consolidation, it hasn't dipped back to 5 zeros. It's still, wait, is it 5 or is it 4? Let me double check. Hold on a sec before I give the wrong information. One, two, three. Yeah, it's at 4 zeros. So it was at 5 zeros last year, and then it cut out a zero, and then it dipped for a certain time frame where it went back to 5 zeros, and then it went to four, and it's been holding on 4 zeros ever since. So it's never went back to having 5 zeros. So that's why I believe this year we may potentially go to 3 zeros, meaning that we'll cut off another zero from the total value, and the pricing is going up. So that's a huge indicator right there. I emphasize it a lot because that's very important. If you guys haven't seen my previous videos, by the way, I have 3 other videos that help to support this as well. They're going to be in the description on my YouTube channel. I am streaming this on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. But if you want to get the links, you got to go over to the YouTube side, because my YouTube video has 3 other links showing more proof that whales are jumping in, that Shiba Inu was not a joke, that the new partnerships that they're having are essential and are going to make this grow and continue to make this a serious coin. I already take it serious, but for those who don't take it serious, look at this indicator. Almost 4 trillion coins purchased, $89 million, the biggest, largest purchase of any crypto ever in crypto history. Not even Bitcoin or Ethereum has ever had a purchase this large and this significant. $89 million for almost 4 trillion coins. Never in history has this been done before. Shiba Inu is doing it. And that's just the beginning. I've showed you guys other whales that have bought 1 million, 1.5 million coins. I've showed you guys the partnerships that they're having with the restaurant, with Wellies, with the chicken sandwich and hamburger industry that's in Italy, that's going to eventually go global. The Shibarium is coming soon. Of course, it's going to help to burn coins even faster. And then you've got people like these YouTubers and other individuals who are just burning coins just out of the revenue that they're creating from their channels, so that the coin can potentially grow as well. And get into that, let me shift over to something else here in case that you guys don't already know this. Here's huge information. So far I've shown you guys, right, the whales are jumping in, so that's huge news. If that's not enough to get you on board, let me show you some more info here. If you guys think that this is a joke here, now look at this tab right here. Look what this says. Sheep store brand burns 595 million Shiba Inu. This is dated on March 18, 2022 at 8:23 a.m. And I believe that's on Eastern time because I'm on Eastern. So look at that information, guys. Look at that. Read that again. Shib Superstore brand burns 595 million Shiba Inu coins. And I'm going to show you in a moment the proof of that burn, so you don't think that this is just fluff, and you guys don't think that these are just like fake news articles, because some people sometimes don't believe in the articles. Let me scroll down first and let me check this out. So it says, and I read this earlier, it says, the bricks buster burns continue. The Shib Superstore brand burned over 595 million Shib on March 17 using February's ad revenue from both its website and the Bricks Buster mobile game. Okay, look at this. This is recent news. March 17, today's March 22nd. This was 5 days ago. All right. And then look what it says. As shared in Ethereum transactions, the Shib burn of 595,232,837 Shib Inus totaled $13,011. All right. Proof is in the pudding. All right. Let me switch to another one so you guys can see that this is no cap. This is definitely no cap. Look at this. This is from the official Sheburn website. I've shown you guys this website before. This website is no cap. Let me scroll down. This is the look, same exact figure, 595, 232, 837, no cap. And look at the transaction. This says 2 days ago because I haven't refreshed because I had this tab open since like what, Saturday, I think it was. But if I refresh it, it'll go from 2 days to like 4 days. Watch me refresh. Boom. You see that? I refreshed it in real time. So you can see this said 2 days ago and now it says 5 days ago. The reason why is because I had that tab open over the weekend and usually I leave my laptop running. So whatever I leave it on, it's going to have like the old date. But if you notice, I refreshed it. Boom. And if you want, I'll even scroll up so you can see it's the same exact one. Did not switch tabs. Look, 595, 232, 837 burnt. Here's your transaction hash for proof. Timestamp 5 days ago. Look at the date. No cap. What did we say? March 17 was what the article said, right? Boom. March 17, 2022, 5 days ago. And the way, guys, that you can tell if it's legit is that once you see the timestamp, if you scroll down here, it'll say where it's from. So this is where it came from. It'll say interacted with here. That's the contract. If you scroll down where it says tokens transferred, this is how you know if it's legit. It'll say right here, tokens transferred. Look, it'll show the amount here on the bottom. And then the wallet is going to start off with a 0x and then the word dead. So it goes into a dead wallet. And that's how you know in crypto space if the tokens have essentially been burnt out of circulation. Because once it's burnt out of circulation, it goes into a dead wallet and it's not recoverable. And if you look at there, what does it say? 0x dead, and then all these zeros and all these numbers after it. So that's how you know that it's gone to a dead wallet. If it doesn't show the word dead in the beginning, then it's probably not legit. But it should be. I think I'm not sure if I've ever seen it at the end of the numbers because I was trying to remember if I ever seen it at the end of the numerics. I don't think so. I think it's usually in the beginning. But anyway, that word dead has to be in there. If it's not there, it's probably not legit. But usually it's going to be like that 0x, the word dead, and then the other numerics following it after. That's how you know if it's legit or not. So boom, more proof in the pudding. If you want, I'll switch back to the article again so that you guys can see that the amount is exactly the same. Boom. We'll go here. Look, 595,232,837, and scroll up. Burns are 595 million. Same article. This one was produced March 18, 2022. If you look at the top right corner where my cursor is. So the article was produced the day after, and it was produced relatively early in the morning at 8:23 a.m. And as I showed you guys the burn, we'll switch back here again. There it is again. There's your dead right there wallet. You scroll up. Boom. There's the burn. And boom. What's that website? Sheburn. Sheburn.com. Most legit website. That is the official legit website that shows all the burns that are taking place for the Shiba Inu coin. So you've got on March 17, which was 5 days ago, this massive burn, which was 595 million. You've got it from a reputable company, right? Because I just showed you, and we'll switch back to it again. You've got it from a reputable company that is in partnership with Shiba Inu. Okay. And again, the name of that company is called Bricks Buster. Bricks Buster is a partnership that is with Shiba Inu, and they partnered. And what they're doing is that any revenue that they generate, and also anything that they do on their website, on their Bricks Buster website, and anything that they do on their mobile game app, they're using the revenue. I don't know if it's like 10%, 20, 30, 50, maybe it might be 100%. I don't know, because that's a pretty large burn. It's one of the largest burns that we have seen on this channel that I've shown you. As prior to that one, it was 400 million and 315 or 316 or 352 million. I forgot what the exact figure was, but I know it was well over 300 million. And then there was another one I showed you guys that's 400 million. If you guys don't believe me, I have those videos on all my platforms. And if you are on YouTube, I saved the 3 links on the description field. So if you scroll through the description field, 2 of the 3 videos that are listed on there will show you the burns, and the most recent one, if I'm not mistaken, will show you the burn for 400 million, and then the other one for 300 and plus million. This one is 595 million. So think about that. Within the past week or so, there's been over like 1.1 1.2 billion coins, because there's not just these large ones, there's also a lot of smaller increment burns that are occurring in between. And I'm going to show you in a moment when we go to sheburn again, sheburn.com. I'm going to show you all the most recent burns. I'm going to show you all the burns leading up to the last video that I showed you in case you didn't watch it, and then you will see that this is not a game. This is serious business. Now let me go ahead and let me find my Sheburn website. Let me go over here. Give me one quick second. I'm gonna try to switch over because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I saw another burn that was massive. And I think it's 1 billion, which, if it is 1 billion, that's even larger than the 595 million that we just discussed right now on this article. So check this out. Let me scroll up. Oh, and this just refreshed again. So there's even more burns that are showing up on this website. Now check this out. Let me make sure you guys can see it. Boom. Sheburn.com, right? I've already shown you that a whale has purchased $89 million worth of Shib. And he did that when? He did that recently on the weekend. So you've got all these burns going on, and then you've got whales purchasing. So you've got 2 positive things happening simultaneously: the continuation of people burning sheep, and then you have whales continuing to buy massive amounts of the coin. Okay. So now let's check the most recent transactions so you guys can see this ain't no fluff. This ain't no BS. Check this out. I'm gonna scroll down. Look, the burn rate changed because the other a couple of days ago it was going down again. It was at like 95%, but now look, it switched over to 8.31%. But for the most part, the burn rate has been green. Look at what this says. In the last 24 hours, okay, the last 24 hours, look how many commas are there. There has been 1,169,132,944. So essentially, about 1.2 billion sheep have been burnt in the last 24 hours. One day, okay? The last 24 hours. This is what I'm telling you. This is serious business. Look at this. Look at this. 16 minutes ago, because this just actually refreshed on its own. Because when I was on this website before I started this video, it was at 2 hours ago. There's 3 new transactions here of burns. Check this out. 16 minutes ago, 16,851,708. So essentially, almost 17 million coins were just burnt 17 minutes ago. Okay. That's literally while I was doing the live stream. This live stream so far has been on for 38 minutes. And within the live stream, you've got 3 new transactions before I even clicked on this website. 3 new transactions that popped up. Look at the second one. It may not be large, but hey, every amount counts. 800,000 coins burnt 42 minutes ago. 1 hour ago, 12,616 coins. Let's scroll down because I saw the billion. We're gonna get to it. Look at this. Look at these. These are look at how the increments are popping up like every 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. Look at this. This is all today. This is all today. Check this out. 2 hours ago, 504,519. 2 hours ago again, another transaction for 500,000. 2 hours ago again. Well, this is within that same time frame. 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours ago. 1.55 million, right? So if you count those 3 transactions right there, that's 2.5 million coins already. And if you count it with these, you're essentially at about 19.5 million, almost 20 million coins within 2 hours, within a 2-hour spectrum. Okay. We are at pretty much at about 19. I'm gonna do some math real quick for you guys. Let me do some math real quick. I'm just gonna round some of these numbers up. So yeah, we're at roughly at about 20 million coins, right? And this is within the last 2 hours of today, right? Of today. Let's go. 4 hours ago. What we got? 4 million. 4 million. Right? That puts us at about 24 million. Now the next one, we've got 424,000, right? All right. So we're closer to 25 million now. Because I'm also adding the smaller increments in there. So I'm at 25.05 million approximately. Next transaction, 5 hours ago, 2,029,358. If you don't know where I'm at, I'm right here. Just to highlight. This is where I'm at. The 5 hours ago. All right. So I'm just going to round it to 2. And now we're at 27 million. And another 5 hours ago, 100,000. And then boom, 1 million. So let's add those up. So now we're at about 28,150,000 coins approximately within 5 hours. We've essentially burnt 28 million coins within 5 hours. There's still more. There's still more. The action don't stop here. It's only going to get better. Let's keep scrolling. Right? So we're at here. So this was the first mill I already added. Look at this. 1 million 1.3 million, and boom, look at this one right here. That's the one I was telling you about 4 hours ago. 1 billion even. Can you see that? Let's add all this up. Guys, within the past 4 to 5 hours, we've burnt 1,031,450,000 approximate coins. I'm just adding up, rounding the figures up, not trying to get every single little number in it, but I'm rounding it to the closest, either rounding down or rounding up, depending on what it's closest to. So by my stat sheet, we're at 1,031,450,000 within the past 4 or 5 hours. Think about that. Now I know that it is, you know, it is a coin that has still 500 and something trillion, but think about this. At the rate that we're burning the coins, because when this all first started, people were burning them in very smaller increments. It's like 10,000 coins, 20,000 coins, 100,000 coins, like that. But look at these increments. These increments are massive, massive increments. Look at the second to the last on the bottom. That one alone is 1 billion. If you guys don't believe me, type that in a calculator right now. 3 commas, not 2. 3 commas. Look at that. Bro, look at right here. Look at this. 1 comma is 1,000. 2 commas is million mark. 3 commas is billion mark. If you don't believe me, look at the one right above it. See this? These are 2 commas here. This is 1,306,959. Look at this. These are 2 commas. 2 commas is 1 million. This is 3 commas. That is one transaction. That's by itself. These numbers are not like cumulative, where it's like the number on the bottom equals to whatever all the numbers were on the top, or vice versa. These are separate transactions. These are not like, okay, this one add this one so it equals the next one. No, this is not. This is all separate transactions. That one transaction is 1 billion coins. That one transaction is 1 billion coins. So if we just add up just on page 1, right? All of these transactions here from page 1 that I just added. And look, this is not even a lot of transactions. This is like what? Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 transactions in the last 4 to 5 hours is equivalent to 1,031,450,000 coins approximately. That is crazy. That is absolutely insane. So you got the whale that purchased the 4 trillion Shiba Inus, which is $89 million worth of coins. And then you've got the $595 million that was burnt from Bricks Buster. And then you have a recent one from, I don't know which company. I'm pretty sure they're going to post that eventually. But since it was 4 or 5 hours ago, nobody has yet listed an actual posting on it. So I don't know which company it is yet. But once the company, shows up, we'll be able to find out the name of the company that did it. But nonetheless, it's still a real transaction. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can find a way. Let me see if I open up this transaction, let me see if it shows the name by any chance. Now, guys, look, this is the transaction. There's no cap, no fluff. This is the transaction. I just opened it on a separate tab. 3 commas, 1 billion burnt. And look at this, 3 flames. Usually, whenever you look at the burns, it either has no flames or it'll have 1 flame or 2 flames. I don't think I've ever seen 3 flames on a burn. That's how you know that it's massive, because usually you'll see either no flames or you'll see 1 flame or 2 flames. I don't know if the flames are indicators as far as like how many commas are in there. Maybe that's a coincidence, but whenever I've seen like something that's like in the, like 300 million or 400 million, it has 2 flames. This one has 3 flames because it's 1 billion. That's crazy. All right, getting back to it. Check this out. Let's scroll down so you guys see no cap, no fluff. Look, burnt 5 hours ago. What's today's date? March 22nd, 2022. And it was burnt 5 hours ago. No fluff, no fluff, no cap, no lies. Look at that date. That was 5 hours ago today, March 22nd, 2022. That is the address. Look at this, 1 million burnt, sheepburn.com. That's the website, so you know it's legit. And if we scroll down, how else do we know? But you guys something new. How else do we know? Tokens transferred, 0x dead. Again, when you see that 0x and the word dead right after that X, you know it got burnt. That's an unrecoverable amount. You cannot recover it once it goes into a dead wallet. And what it says here, 3 commas, 1 billion Shib. Not million, not thousand, 1 billion, B as in Bravo, 1 billion Shib have been burnt in that one transaction, plus all the other transactions I just showed you that occurred within the last 4 to 5 hours. Today, March 22nd, 2022. Then, if you don't believe me enough that this is a serious coin and that the Shib army is holding on strong, let me go ahead and go back to Shibburn, the main part. Go back over here where we left off. Still got the tab open. And now if I click view more, it's going to go here. It's going to show burn transactions. And then if I go down, right, this is the one I showed you in the beginning, the 16,851,000, right? I added all these up, right? All of these here. See, look, if you notice, 1 fire, 1 flame. So it's still a big amount, but it shows only 1 flame, right? If you notice, when I went to the other one, it shows 3 flames, because that's the first time we've seen 3 flames, because that's the first time someone has done a $1 billion transaction. But we've got a lot of firsts in the past 5 days. We've got the first ever $89 million transaction that was equivalent to 3.7 trillion sheep bought by a whale. First time ever in sheep history. You've got 30% of that whale's portfolio strictly sheep. And then you've got these massive new amounts. First time ever for any coin to have this many burns, including sheep. Now check this out, right? This is where we left off. 3 flames, 1 billion, and then I think we also added this 1 million as well. Now let's go down further, guys. Next transaction 5 hours ago, 7.2 million. 7.200,000. I did not add that one yet, so let's go ahead and add that one. Right? Next one. 1 million and 2 million. Guys, look, within the same hours, 5 hours ago. So plus 1, plus 2. Right? And I'm adding it on my calculator. I'll let you know in a moment where we're at. And then we'll add another 3 mil. And then another 5 mil. So look at this, guys. 1 billion, then 1 million, then 7.2 million, then 1 million, then 2 million, then 3 million, and then 5 million. Holy crap, dude. That is the most that I've seen in back-to-back transactions where it's like either 7 figures or more. I've seen like where you'll see one with 7 figures and you'll see a bunch of little ones. I've never seen one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 in a row. 7 in a row where it's 7 figures or more. That's, bro, that's insane. I'm telling you. If you guys don't believe, you better start believing. If you don't believe, that's on your own accord. I know I'm sticking with the sheep coin and the sheep army. So that's all page one. Now let's go to page two. Page two. Could already see one flame. Look at that. 11,917,429. So almost 12 million coins. And that was 5 hours ago again. Again, this is 5 hours ago today. So actually, it's 8 transactions in a row that have been at least 7 figures or more. If we're tailoring back to the other ones, because those other ones are recent. Those were 5 hours ago as well, and so is this one. So we're essentially now, guys, at a grand total of 1,061,650,000 coins at the moment. That's where we're currently at the moment. Okay, so we're gonna go down. We got 42,544, and then look, another 2 million, another 2 million, another 2 million. Holy crap! Another 13 million. Hold on, let me add these in. So now I'm at $1,081,000,000, just counting in the most recent 9 hours, guys. The most recent 9 hours. We haven't even hit yet the 595 million from Bricks Buster. This is just all the transactions recently before we even reach the amount for Bricks Buster. So let me go ahead and get here. Let's go down. 1.2 million, 11.7 million, 9.3 million, 5.1 million, 7.1 million, 5.8 million, 1.5 million, 10.3 million, 7.9 million, 8.4 million, 9.4 million, 2.1 million, 10 million, 10.3 actually, 15 million. Holy crap. I think this is the new record. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 transactions in a row, guys. So we had 8 transactions first that are at least 1 million or more, at least 7 figures or more. That was 8 in a row. And that was 5 hours ago. Now, if you count from 16, if you count from 6 hours ago to 9 hours ago, there's 18 transactions that are at least 1 million or more, that are at least 7 figures or more. And if you add those together, that's 26 total transactions, 26 total transactions to the equivalency of to the amount of 1 million or more. So within the most recent time frame, you guys have seen all of this within the last 9 to 24 hours. That's bananas. Let me add some of these up. Where did I stop off at? I think I stopped off at the 13.1. Yeah, right here, 13.1. Crazy. I'm telling you, like the numbers, so sick in a good way. This is good sick, not bad sick. By the way, if you hear silence, that's just me doing math. I'm doing it on the calculator, just adding up, rounding up, rounding down. Crazy, bro. If you guys don't believe, you better believe. Well, you don't have to believe. I know I believe. Whew, these numbers are getting crazy. All right, so right now I am at 1,186,877,000. So almost 1.2 billion. Almost 1.2 billion coins have been burnt between now and yesterday. Let me go to page 3. Telling you, man, this is exciting news that Sheeb burns are burning this much, bro. This is exciting freaking news. If you ain't excited about this, if you ain't already in, you about to miss the boat. Because once this thing continues to go up, 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 like it's already gone up on the weekend, then it dipped a little bit. I expect it's gonna go back up. If you guys are not having doing your own research, checking out the websites, looking at the whale moves, the money moves, and the power moves. I don't know what to tell you because this to me is exciting. I don't know what other coin in the industry is burning this many coins this fast with this many YouTubers, companies, mobile games, catalysts, etc. And guys, think about this. I have to stress again, this is good stress. I have to stress again that this is not including Shibarium. Okay. This is just normal people or companies or corporations or entities or owners of apps, etc., that are doing this. This is not counting Shibarium. Shibarium is going to be released this year, and this is not counting Shibarium. If Shibarium was to be released right now as we speak in March, because Shibarium is essentially what it's going to do is it's going to burn more coins at a faster rate, and what it's also going to do is it's going to cost us less money to buy Shiba Inu. So what does that do? There's two things for you. If you decide to be just like these people who are burning these coins, you can buy more Shib. You'll pay less in fees, which means again you can buy more Shib at a cheaper price, and you can also essentially be burning more at a much faster rate because that's what Shibarium is going to do. And then it's going to not only help the people that are already buying and already doing this. Not only is it going to help them to buy more coins at less gas fees, which means that they can actually essentially buy more coins than what they normally would, but Shibarium is also supposed to help to burn coins as well within within the Sheepverse. And then Sheepverse is supposed to help to burn coins with the games that are coming and all that other stuff. So there's a lot of different things that are coming. I've talked about it in previous videos, but let's get back to this because this is exciting. Look at this from the top, new page, page 3. Here we go. Excuse me, guys. I lost my voice a little bit there. Too much excitement here, but let's get back to action. Here we go. Page 3, 16.4 million. 14.9 million. That right there with just the first two transactions. And by the way, this occurred yesterday. That's already 30.3, 30.4 million coins. So let's add that. Actually, no, that's 31.3. Okay. Next one. 10.2 million. I'm telling you, bro, these things getting juicier and juicier. 10.9. 359 million, guys. Look at this. Two flames. 359 million. I'm telling you, it's goat. This telling you these burns are goaded. This is goaded stuff right here. This is goat stuff. Look at that. And then 12.1 million and then 5 million. Bro, like it's just back to back transactions. There's so many people burning. Like when I looked at this like last week, there was a lot of people burning. But now looking at it this week, bro, this week has been obliterating coins. This week, the weekend, last week, the week before, and I think even the week before that, like the past like 30 days or so, maybe even the past 60 days, this burn process has been ridiculous. So let me add this to my current count. This is crazy. But right now, guys, I am at 1,616,677. So I'm already over 1.5 billion coins burned from all these different catalysts, the mobile games, the YouTubers, the corporations, the fashion companies, etc. I'm at 1.6 billion. Crazy. Let's keep going down. This 10.5 million, 7.2, 7 million, 9 million, 6 million, 7 million, 7.4 million. I mean, yo, it's crazy. This is crazy. Let me add these up. Whew, it's crazy going through these transactions. Almost feels exhausting. Look at this. 6.9, 4.5, 2.8, 3.5, 1.6, 2 million, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, another 6 transactions. I'm telling you, like it's ridiculous, crazy. Right now, I'm close to 1.7 billion. I'm at 1,692,907. So this is insane, guys. This is just crazy. I don't even know how they're doing it. Ooh, two flames, two flames. This is page 4. Two flames. 386 million. Another one that's almost 400. You guys just seen it on the previous page. It was 300 and something million on the other page. There's another 386. Holy crap. Look at this 1.8, 1.8, 2.5, 1.6, 1.8, 3.2, 2.7, 2.8, 1.1. Dude, if we count from the beginning of page 1, or the bottom of page 1, the entire page 2, the entire page 3, and I think this is page 4 if I'm not mistaken, I just said, right? This is page 4. And then count page 4, dude. Like we're about to get into like 2 billion coins burnt. Matter of fact, with this the first transaction on the top, hold up, I haven't even added that in yet. Let me add these in. Guys, I'm right here. I'm already over 2 billion coins burnt within the past 2 days. Look, it says it right here, 2 days. I've counted the first 4 pages, and within the last 48 hours, we have 2,089,327,000. Think about that. 2 billion plus coins burnt in 2 days. Now think about it. You guys may think that's not enough, or you may think that's still maybe not a lot because the coins are in the trillions. But think about this: we're talking about 2 billion coins, 2 billion within 48 hours. So we're essentially talking over 1 billion coins per day. If this momentum continues, which I think it will, and I'll tell you why. If this momentum continues, there's like no way that we're gonna be stopped from hitting a penny. We might even hit 10 cents. Even if it's not in 2022, we're gonna get very close. We're gonna knock off at least 1 0 this year minimum. I'm hoping for 2 zeros to be knocked out, but minimum we're gonna get at least one more zero knocked out, and we might have the second zero hopefully knocked out by either the end of this year and the beginning of next year. But look at this, guys. I'm telling you, the circulation is getting lower and lower. 2 billion coins in 2 days, in 48 hours. Okay. If you think about that, you did the math. There's 365 days in a year, right? If we're burning 1 billion coins on average a day, that's 365 billion coins in 1 year. And you got to think about it like this: if you're doing 365 billion in a year and the momentum keeps going and then Shib comes out, It's going to be more than that next year. It could potentially be 500 billion within that year. Maybe it could be 1 trillion burnt in that year, because everybody that's doing these burns are not going to stop. They're continuing to do this over and over, and they keep increasing their increment burns over and over and over again. And mind you, we still haven't even got into the $595 million one yet. Okay. This is just the most recent 48 hours. We're not even there yet. Okay. So we're going to keep going until we get to the 595. And we're going to see how much has been burnt since that point. But you guys already seen a lot of proof so far. You've seen this 386 million. You've seen the 1 billion recently. And then you've seen the other 300 and something million. And you've seen all these other millions of 16 million, 2 million, 5 million, 7 million, 7 million, all like back to back. It's not like it's every 3 days or every 5 days. No, these are within hours, within days. Like this is all back to back. This is serious business. Let's go down even further. Look at this. 3.2, 2.7, 2.8, 1.1, 438,000, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, all within 48 hours ago. So let's add those up as well. All right, so I'm at 2.1 billion. Let's go down even further. Look at this. 1.59, 1.48, 2.28, 1.67, 2.8, 4.8. Like it's just like 7 figures or more just in a row. Every page. I lost count of how many transactions we already have over a million. But when we did the first 1.5 or 2 pages, it was about, yeah, actually I think it was the 1.5 pages, the first page, and then half of the second. We were at like 20. We were at 18 and 8, so that's 26 transactions. We're on page 4 now, and almost every line, as you've seen, is 7 figures or more on how many sheeps are being burnt. I think by now we've already gotten 50 plus, maybe close to 60 plus transactions with 7 figures or more of that many sheep being burnt. So let me add these up. Right. Let's go to page 5. Let's see if we're gonna hit that 595 million. I know it's there because I've already seen it. If you guys haven't seen it, I've done it in a previous video. So I'm trying to get you guys there by showing you guys all of these. But look at this. 2.3, 2.87, 3.4, 2.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9. I mean, the fun just does not end. The fun does not end. It's ridiculous. Look at this. Add these up. All right. Add those added into the calculator. Let's keep scrolling down. All right. Look, 4.3, 3.5, 3.9, 3.7, 3.1, 3.1, 4 million, 2 million. Come on. And this is still within 2 days ago. This is still within 48 hours. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. This is crazy. All right. I'm at 2,170,360,000. Let's go down more. Look at this, guys. I'm telling you, the increments just do not stop. 4.6, 3.5, 3.5, 1.8, 1.8. Like, I think this whole page was actually seven figures. Yeah, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at this. This whole page was seven figures or more. One above 1 million. The lowest one on this page was what 1.8 million, I think. Let me see. This entire page, is all seven figures. Yeah, look. And this one I've seen multiple times. This the Shiboshi's SBH token. This one I've seen this name on page 3 and I think page 4 as well. That has been like one of the main catalysts. Just burning, 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 bro. It's been so sick. Again, sick in a good way. Let's add these up. I'm almost at 2.2 bill. All right, let's go to page 6. Look at this. 1.8, 2.3, 2 million, 1.4, 1.8, 1.9, 1.1, 1.9, 1.3, 1.6, 2.1, 2.4, 2.3, 1 mil, 1.5, 749K, 448K, 358K, 504K, 534K. See that? Crazy. Like, and we still look at them again here. These guys are burnt. Like, these guys be burning coins. Like, these guys be burning. All right, we got those added. Let me go down lower. Pause. Let's go ahead and bring this even lower here. Pause. No pun intended again. All right. So far within 48 hours, within the first 6 pages, it's 2.2. So 2,215,750,000. Again, these are approximates because I'm just rounding some of the numbers up just to see how far it's so. Number 7. Damn, look at this, bro. You see how the timer says 2 days ago? Like, this is still within the last 48 hours. This isn't even yet hitting 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago. This is still within 48 hours, 2 days ago. So let's see what page the 595 is on. Because look, I'll show you again. Look, there's a lot of high increments. Look, 7 figures, 6 figures, a lot of 7 figures. Let's see. So I'm gonna stop at 2.2 billion because I think you guys got the point by now. I don't want to bore you too much, but the first 6 pages of transactions within 48 hours, right? And there's still more for 48 hours ago, actually, because all of these right here are within 48 hours. So let's actually end it with that, and then we'll check for where the 595 million is at, because I think it was March 17, which was 5 days ago. So let's add these up real quick, just to even it out with 48 hours ago. So let's see, +2. All right, so let's scroll down. Let's see. Scroll down a little bit more. Man, that $1 billion burn got me so hype. That's crazy. And the two that were over 300 million, man. Because the ones that I recorded on the previous video, they were from other days. They weren't even from the ones that I'm showing you now. So there's been a lot of nine figure coin burns, and then we've got the first ever 10-figure burn. That's crazy. 1 billion. Sheesh. I would have never thought somebody would have burned 1 billion coins. That's a lot of coins. That's also a lot of money, believe it or not. Even though Shiba Inu, the price value is still, uh, not super high. But think about it. Take that number and multiply that by 1 billion coins. It's a lot of money, bro. It's a lot of money. All right, guys. So if we're counting just within the last 48 hours, we've got approximately 2,254,712,000 coins. So close to 2.3 billion coins have been burnt within the last 48 hours. Okay. And I wanted to go ahead and just say that that is astronomical. 2.3 billion coins within 48 hours. If you did that every day for a year, I'm telling you, you'd be at about 365 to almost 400 billion coins burnt in just 2022. If you did that every day, and I think we're gonna actually exceed that. I think we may hit 300 or 400 billion coins burnt this year. I think though we probably may potentially burn even more than that. And you got to think about it like this: the scarcity is going to be is going to be even greater, because if you have all these whales that are buying Shiba Inu, right, and then simultaneously you have all these burns that keep coming in, you're essentially going to have very minimal amount of supply, because the burn rate at the way everybody's burning as a unison, the way the Sheep army is working together as a team, if you take that catalyst and then you add the catalyst of, you know, whales buying a million and a half, 89 million per one transaction, those two together means that simultaneously there's going to be such a shortage of supply that I think at one point it may even reach a point where some people may not be able to buy coins anymore. That's probably not going to happen this year, of course, but I think within the next like 3 years or even 5 years, it's going to be a point where you may not even be able to buy sheep, because so many burns have happened, and because so many, whales or long-term holders like myself have held the coin and never sold, or resold a little bit and then bought back in a huge chunk of it. Because of all of that going on, it may sound like Shiba Inu is going to be around forever to buy, but it may become one of those coins that becomes a scarcity. It becomes a rare coin where you can't even buy more sheep because it's getting that scarce. And you got to think about it like this. This is only in 2022. What's going to happen in the next 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, or 5 years? I think within the next 3 to 5 years, I would say between the year of 2022 up into 2025, the latest 2027, Sheeb is going to be a commodity that you probably are not going to be able to buy. And if you do, you're gonna have to buy it at a astronomical amount for it. It's gonna be almost as expensive as like an NFT. The way NFTs are running right now, that's what Shib is going to be worth. The coin, just the coin itself, is going to be worth, like, not necessarily that it's going to be worth in the sense of that the value of it is going to hit like $1 million per Shiba Inu. I don't think it's going to be worth $1 million per Shib, but I mean to essentially be able to buy like the way right now, some of us are buying 5 million, 10 million. You're not going to be able to do that to buy 100 million sheaves. There's going to come a point where you're not going to be able to do that anymore. You're going to be able to buy like 100 sheep, 1,000 sheep, 500 sheep, maybe 10,000 sheep. That's gonna be what your figures are gonna be. Because once these zeros get knocked out, you're not gonna be able to buy hundreds of million of sheep. You're not gonna be able to. It's only a matter of time before you're not going to be able to buy 6, 7 figure, 8 figures worth of sheep. You're gonna have to be buying like 5 figures worth of sheep, like 10,000, 15,000, 12,000, because I truly believe that the value of it is within the next 3 years, no later than 5 years, but within the next 3 years, it's gonna be such a rare commodity, and it's gonna be so hard to buy that coin because of so many people holding it. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to buy it for the cheap. You have to buy a lot of coins for a much higher value. So that's why I say get in now, because it's definitely worth it. If you think it's worth it, of course. I can't suggest or recommend or tell you what to do with your finances, because again, I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. But if you guys, I've shown you the proof in the pudding again, 6 pages worth, 6 to 7 pages worth of Shib burns in the last 48 hours. So between now and 48 hours ago, you've had over 2.2, almost 2.3 billion coins burned. That's not even counting the 595 million, because as you've seen, we've gone through all the increments. This is just all recent events in the last 48 hours. Now, I'm going to stop adding all of them, but let's just go page by page and let's see how much more action is going on. Let's see if there's been any other huge increments. Look at that. Woo! Look at that. 176 million coins 4 days ago, guys. 4 days ago. And that's not even counting all the other increments in between with page 7 and all the increments. Oh, we found it. We found it. Ooh, oh man, we found it. Let's go. If we go to page 9, I'm pretty sure there's the other large ones. Look, 21 mil. Look at this. 36 mil, 5 mil, 5. Boom. There was another one for like 300 and something mil recently. Boom. Look, a week ago, about a week ago, 327,564,569. Boom. And there was another one. Look, I was in line. I wasn't capping. 400. Matter of fact, I'm so excited. We're about to add it up, starting from page 7 to page 10 to cover all of those. And then we'll end the video there. I think that'll be long enough from there. I've kept you guys long enough. Thank you so much for watching. So we'll keep going up until that point and then we'll cut it off. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to take forever to get there. But here we go, guys. Let's get the ball rolling. Where did I stop? Page 7 or page 8? Where did I stop? Let me see, because page 7 looks familiar. Let's see. Did I add page 7? I know I added page 6, that's for sure. Let me see what page 8 is. This was page 8. Yeah, I didn't add these yet. Did I add page 7? Damn, I'm forgetting. I know I added page 6 for sure. Let me go through page 6 just to be certain. Yeah, I added these already. That's for sure. Yeah, so I lost count. But anyways, guys, you guys see the proof in the pudding. Look, 2 days ago was all of this. And look, page 8. Boom. Look at that. 1.2, 1.3, 8.9, 1 million, 1.8, and then 176 million, and then the 595. And that's the same one I showed you before. 595,232,837. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one I showed you before. That's one of the goated ones. And if you guys don't believe me, look, I'll switch the tab again. That's the tab that I had opened earlier. And then look, we'll switch it out again. Just so you know, look, and it still have it highlighted. 4 trillion sheep, 89 million worth. March 20. Look at this. Look at the date. March 21st. That was yesterday. Boom. You know what I'm saying? I told you guys, man. Sheep, bro. It turned out that it's more than just a meme. I'm telling you, it's more than just a meme. Look at that. The sexiness is ridiculous. Like, it is ridiculous how sexy that is. I showed you guys the proof. The whales, the biggest whale purchase in history, the biggest dollar amount purchase in history of crypto or any stock or asset that wasn't real estate. Think about this. Only in real estate will you see people pay $89 million, but not anymore, my friends. Crypto, Ethereum whale buys $89 million worth of sheep in one transaction, and it is equivalent to 3.7 trillion sheep coins. Showed you the whales, showed you the history. This is Shib history. This is historic. Never done before in Shib. 3.7 trillion tokens bought in one transaction. Never before in history has in Shib history until now, $89 million worth. This is the first coin ever to have that many coins purchased in one transaction in all of crypto history, in all of crypto space, and that includes Ethereum and Bitcoin. This is the most dollar amount ever spent. Not even when Bitcoin was 10 cents, 30 cents, whatever it was the opening day back in 2010, did anyone believe or buy that much BTC or Ethereum or ADA or any other coin. None of those coins compared to this. I'm telling you, this is the project. This is the one. Biggest purchase in history by coins, biggest purchase in history by dollar amount, biggest ever, not only for Shib, but just in crypto space history. This is real estate money. People are spending real estate money. This is like if Kim Kardashian or Kanye West or any of those other celebrities were to come out and buy real estate. How they all have those $10 million homes, $25 million homes, $30 million homes. How many coins or even stocks? Let's go back to the date of stocks of Google, Amazon, etc. When have you ever seen a stock purchased for $89 million? Never. Sheeb has pretty much outdone what any stock could ever do and has outdone what any crypto could ever do. $89 million spent on 3.7 trillion. That's almost 4 trillion. No other asset has done that other than real estate. No other asset in one transaction. And to tell you the truth, I would go as far as saying that not even real estate probably has done that. Because if you guys know, a lot of times celebrities may have expensive homes, but they may not necessarily pay it all. Even when they have a lot of money, they may not necessarily pay it all in one shot. You know what I'm saying? They might finance it because, as you know, most wealthy people, they take out loans so that they don't have to spend their own money. That way their own money isn't jeopardized and they're able to use their own money to do other things that they want to do. So even like the Bill Gates, the Warren Buffetts, the Trumps and everybody else, anybody who's investing in real estate very rarely will put 100% of their money into that home, even if they're going to live in it long term. Very rare. The wealthy people usually take out a loan, they finance it, and that's how they do it. And then they wait when it's time to resell. They resell it for a higher value, they pay off the loan, and then they keep the profit. And then they just do that again. So I don't even think in real estate has anyone made one transaction without using a loan. Talking about just cash up, straight up cash, no loans involved. I don't think there's anyone ever in real estate history that has bought a home, a duplex, a fourplex, apartment complex at one transaction, straight up cash, not using a credit card, not using a loan, not using a line of credit, just using straight up money, $89 million. And you know that it's their money because how many people you know who have a credit card with a credit limit of $89 million? There's no credit card company that has that. That credit card company would be completely obliterated and shut down. And not only that, a lot of credit card companies aren't even allowing you to buy crypto anymore. You have to buy it through a debit card, through a checking account, through a wire transfer, whatever. It has to be like liquidated funds. It has to be funds that are available. A lot of companies now that have credit cards, the credit cards are not allowing you to purchase it. They're not allowing you to use debt to buy more debt. I mean, essentially, crypto is more of an asset, but you get the picture. They don't allow you to use debt to buy the stuff like to get into more debt, like for example, stocks, cryptos, real estate, etc. Yes, all those can make you money, and all those are considered assets. But when you're first purchasing it, it's kind of like a liability at first, until you actually generate revenue, profits, gains, etc. So there's no credit card company that's going to let you charge $89 million to buy sheep. So we know it's not credit. We know it's not a line of credit. And we also know it's not alone. So this whale, whether it's a person or an entity or a corporation or whatever, spent $89 million to buy sheep, liquid money. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to say. This is absolutely fascinating. This is like the most fascinating news. I don't know what I find more fascinating, the $89 million purchase, or the fact that we not only did we hit in the last 2 to 5 days, not only did we burn bigger transactions, but we've burned consecutive transactions of 7 figures, 8 figures, or more. I don't know what's more exciting, the burns or this huge purchase. I mean, it's hard to pick because with the burns, we've had the most consecutive transactions in a row, back to back, of over 7 figure burns. We've had in the past 2 to 5 days, we've had at least 4 transactions that were 300 mil, 300 mil, 595 mil, and then our first ever 1 billion Shib burn, 1 billion tokens. First time ever in history. We've got 1 billion burns. First time ever in history. And in case if you guys think that I closed it out, I did not. Boom, look at it again. 1 billion burn, bro. Look at this. First time ever in Shib history. First time ever in crypto history. There's never been in history this many coins burned in one transaction. There's never been in history this many burns going on back to back by so many people. There's never been in history this many burns within the past 48 hours, within the past 4 days, within the past 5 days, within the past 7 days, within the past month. Never, and this is before Shibarium even comes out, and this is before all these partnerships really blossom, and this is before Sheepverse comes out, bro. Make no mistake about it. This coin is not a scam. This coin is not a meme. This coin is not a joke. This coin is for real. This coin is here to stay. And I could tell you this: in a couple weeks, I'm gonna do the same thing. Reinvest some more and reinvest more. Keep getting more. This is the truth, my friends. She Burn is a real website. These are real burns. These are real dead wallets. These are real transactions. And all I can say is, let's go Sheep Army, because the army is collectively coming together. The army is doing big things, and the Sheep Army is no joke. Strongest army in all of crypto, strongest army of any assets. Collectively, everybody's doing it, and I absolutely love it, enjoy it, I appreciate it, and I'm happy that I did get into it last year. I wish I would have gotten into it in 2020 because I probably would have already been a huge multimillionaire. But don't make no mistake about it. My dream, my goal, my ambition is to be a multimillionaire. And Sheeb is going to be, if not the catalyst, one of the catalysts. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I can tell you this: the excitement has gone to another level. To another level. The excitement has propelled to another level that I didn't know we could even reach at such a short period of time. This excites me, and I cannot wait to see what else is installed for Sheep. Man, we got our first ever 1 billion burn, 1 billion coin burn for Sheep within the same time frame. Our first ever $89 million purchase in one transaction. It's crazy that those two things happen within the same week. That's crazy. And then you've got all the other transactions in between. But all right, guys, I'm raving because I'm just so excited because I love what we're seeing. If you didn't love the coin before, and if I didn't show emphasis on how much I loved it before, I'm pretty sure you can tell how much I love it even more now. I mean, I've always expressed it on every video, but this actually puts a great smile on my face because I see huge things coming. And by the way, this is the reason why the governments are trying to regulate because they know very soon we're going to have more multimillionaires and more millionaires. The crypto space has already done it in 2019 and 2020, and it's only going to do it even more in 2022. And it's done it in 2021. Actually, 2019, were there millionaires? I can't remember, but I know for 2020, 2021, we've had several millionaires, many off of crypto. But 2022 and beyond, bro, that's not even the icing on the cake yet. We're just getting started. And I say it every time in every video. Guys, we are still in the early stages. Even if you think you've missed out on Bitcoin, there's so many other opportunities, and this is one of them. Shib is one of them. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. You invest at your own risk. Do as you please. But what I can tell you is this is an opportunity. If you see it as that, this is a marvelous opportunity for you. With that being said, guys, I just want to thank everyone who tuned in, everyone who stayed from the beginning to the end of the video. And again, I want to thank my usual supporters on the Twitch lineup. There's always that one person that watches it from beginning to end on my Twitch. I'm the best guy in the biz. So I appreciate you, my friend, wherever you are. Thank you so much again for showing support. And also, I've noticed that on ÓláTVofficial, we have someone who's enjoying these updates. And this person has been from beginning to end on this video as well. So thank you as well. You've done it on this video and you've done it on previous videos. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you're following all my platforms. Make sure you guys are dropping comments. If you want to send me any direct messages, you're more than welcome to on any of the platforms that allow you to do so. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to quickly post here the social media platforms, as you know, just in case if there's anyone who doesn't have this information already. Here we go. Yep. So those are the platforms and channels, and I gotta get that updated because now I actually also have two Twitches, as you guys already know. You know, the first one was the best guy in the biz. That was one of the main Twitches, and then ÓláTVofficial is the other Twitch platform. So both of those channels are working together. So I've got all the channels and platforms on there, minus the most recent one with the ÓláTVofficial. So I'll make sure to update that soon enough so we can add that on there when I share it. That way you guys know everywhere to follow me. But guys, thank you again so much for your time. I appreciate it, man. 1 billion Shib burn. Can't believe it. 2 hours ago, one transaction, someone burnt 1 billion Shib. And then someone bought $89 million worth of Shib. Crazy. Two huge milestones for crypto and two huge milestones for Shib. I want to thank you guys for your time, man. Thank you so much. You've been the best. We'll see you soon on the next video. Peace.